So you were black flagged last week, following a crash with another driver. Have you anything to say about that issue?
It's just an absolute disgrace. I think the stewards just always have to pick on the fat one. I mean, is it because I'm fat? That's all I can think of. They hate fat people. And I'm sick of it. We've got feelings too, as much as anyone else.
For more news, tips, race footage and more, watch our ARL Podfast
On the YouTube ARL Podfast channel.
But yeah, this is a really good idea. Use a fan and get a sweat towel. Stephen Martin.
ApexRacingLeague.com.
Fast, clean and fair online racing since 2009.
Hello and welcome guys to the first of the new ARL Podfasts. I'm Darren and I'm here today with Living to Die 3, Aidan.
Hello.
Hello. And also we've got Hard Nutter, who's Alexander Harding here.
Hey guys.
Oh, let me just move my mouse. Right, what we thought we'd do is, I'm sure many of you will remember the old ARL Podfast that Pilkey Making Music and Danj 87 used to make. Well, they filmed themselves sat on a sofa chatting about what was happening in the Apex Racing League. Now, unfortunately, we're not quite as pretty as Pilkey and Danj. So what we've decided to do is we're going to do an audio broadcast over some of the footage from that you guys have created from the Apex Racing League. So hopefully you'll see yourself racing at some point. And we thought we'd have a bit of a chat about what's going on, some of the hot news, etc. And try and keep it a bit like what they used to do, but hopefully with less of us on display. So we've got a bit of an agenda, and so rather than me waffling on, let's have a bit of a chat with Aidan. How's your last month or so been going on the Apex Racing League? Have you been having lots of racing?
Yeah.
So you definitely haven't just been on holiday and you've got no idea what's going on?
No. Yeah, I've been away for the past month, so I'm going to kind of use this as a catch-up to find out what's going on and all that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got a lot to tell you today.
Oh, whoops. Right, and Alex, how's your racing been going recently? Have you been winning any races?
Yeah, I hate to boast. It's not been going too badly the last month or so. Obviously we'll come on to it later, but I did quite well in the rookie series for iRacing. I won a F1 2011 race and the race 07 stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, quite a good month for me, to be honest.
Ah, cool. Right, so obviously this is our pilot episode, so we are likely to make a few mistakes along the way, so please bear with us. And coming up later on, we're going to be live streaming Alex Simpson's, who's AC Simpson Forum, his first F1 race on iRacing, which is a strength of field race, so he'll be put against the fastest people on iRacing, and we're going to see how he does, so there'll be a proper live commentary for that as well. Which you can hang around for and watch, but for the sort of next hour or so we're going to have a little chat. So the first thing on the agenda is the premium member prize draw. Now I'm sure most of you know that if you're a premium member, for each race you do, official league race for most of our games, we put you into a hat to draw some of you out, and the lucky people that get drawn will get a free rig basically. We are going to do the draw for that soon, so we're going to work out what we've got to give away. I think we've got 2 rigs this time. or rigging a wheel stand or something. I need to check that, but we're going to do it at the end of the F1 seasons, and we'll get that, and hopefully we'll have 2 lucky winners.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to get a free rig.
Yeah, well, you have one of the GT Omega rigs, Aidan.
I do.
I mean, tell us about it. How have you found it?
Great. I used to be on a desk chair with my wheel bolted onto a little fold-up chair, and this is a lot more comfortable. Obviously, it gives you a bit more of a feel of sim racing, and it does improve your racing because a lot better. Everything's more in place. You have the pedals at an incline, the wheels in a better position. I definitely recommend getting them.
Yeah, it's really cool for when your girlfriend comes round. What's that?
I've had that already. She was like, "Oh, that's cool."
At least said it was cool. I had one that said it was horrendous.
Yeah, she wanted to go in it, so I was like, "Yeah."
Another thing we've got happening tonight, you might notice that Alex is a bit quiet. That's because he's going to be on our ARL Twitter account, and we're going to try and use the hashtag ARL Podfast. So we've got a question going at the moment, which is who do you think is going to win the real life F1? And we're going to answer at the end with what we think, but we've seen quite a few people come in with Raikkonen, John Monroe, Blake Tovey thinks it's Alonso. So we'll come to all of that later, but we've got that going on, so please send us a tweet.
Yeah, or obviously you can post a comment in the that bar thing video page on Twitch or on the ARL site. Get to do that.
Right, so next item on the agenda. Just a quick one from me with the donation bar. That's absolutely brilliant. The website's paying for itself now. We've just got to keep that going. As I'm sure most of you are aware that we don't actually make any money out of the Apex Racing League. It's done entirely for trying to improve racing online. And hopefully, I think anyway, it's improved my online gaming hugely. So basically, with the costs getting bigger and bigger, all the donations go towards covering the costs, and all prizes that we have got to come from our sponsors. So that's how the site keeps going. And I think we do quite well. It's had a few outages over the past few months, but in general, it's been pretty good. So yeah, I'd just like to thank each and every one of you that's donated. And it all helps. And I think last month we hit the target, or we were very close. So that's sort of brilliant. Okay, Aidan, what's next on the agenda?
Just on the donations, can't really ask anymore. To be honest, it's only £1 a month or £12 a year, so it's not exactly big expenditure. And obviously, you can either go for the premium membership, or you can just do a one-off donation if that's what you want. So yeah, just keep up great work there, guys.
Okay, what's next on the agenda, Aidan? Are you paying attention?
I am paying attention. Why does everyone say that to me? Next on the agenda is the F1 Manager .co.uk Fantasy F1 League. We've got the mid-season prize to give out. Is a 6-month premium membership at ARL. That's the equivalent of a £6 donation. Hard Nut, who's winning that?
So yeah, it might be me, and I think it is me.
Oh.
It's very close. I think there's about 10 points or something covering the top 3 people, so anyone can win it. Obviously, we've got the end of season prizes as well. I think it's a year's membership. I haven't got it up, but I think it's a year's membership for the winner and 6 months for second place. Might be wrong, but I think that's what it is. So everything's still to play for. And if you haven't signed up for that, get involved. There's a thread up in the general section. Have a little read, and I think quite a lot of the guys that I'm kind of participating in it at the moment might become interested.
I have to admit I haven't updated my team since race 1, but I have scored quite a few points. But I think I'm probably mid-table, so I might have to jump on that for the next race.
I think last season I updated my team once and came second or third, something like that.
Yeah, I've got a big bank of I've got about 70 million to spend. So
Yeah.
definitely
All I know is
getting
I
there.
beat you last season.
Right. Next, we've got what is the Podfast? Surely this should have been first. Right. I'm sure, as I said before, many of you watched the videos that Danj and Pilkey made when they were at uni, and they were fantastic. And they had obviously lots of footage where they were messing about and making little videos. Unfortunately, it does take quite a bit of time, which is why we've gone to this format. But we still want to try and keep some of the humour. And for us to make this, we need you guys to make videos. So if you've got a cool video of something that's happening in one of your races, send it in, and we'll try and get it featured. And also, like little fun things, we'll try and get. And we will improve the presentation somewhat by getting some graphics made. But they always come last. And I'm not very good with Photoshop, so we thought we'd leave it as it is. But hopefully, we may have a special guest with the Giggling Clayton next week. And what we also want to do is try and get as many people involved in this as possible. So whether that's via Skype calls, interviewing the guys that have got their F1 races later coming up, that'd be a brilliant thing to do, see how you're going. And we want to cover all the leagues on all the platforms. So we're going to start getting a little team together, so we'll have someone watching each of the different platforms, and they'll come with us with the news, and then we can pass over to them, get it all out there, and hopefully promote all of you guys, as well as having a bit of fun at the same time. So obviously we want to hear your news, see your videos, and also hear from you on Twitter and on the chat. Hopefully the stream's going alright. It is showing that I'm dropping a few frames, but I think that's my internet connection, so hopefully the sound's okay. And what we're also going to try and do is a driver of the week on each one of these that we do, whether it's every week or 2 weeks, I'm not sure yet. But what we're going to do for those, all the mods, CODs and admins are all going to vote on who's the driver, who they think's the driver of the week. We'll pick one of them, and they'll get themselves a 3-month premium membership. And we're going to try and get one for each platform, so the best PC member, the best Xbox member, the best PS3 member. So hopefully get quite a few of you out there, get a little video of you, etc. And that should be quite good. And you never know, even Hardnut here, Alex, he might win it for all the races you keep winning. Although I don't think you'll be able to vote for yourself, I might discount that.
Just remember, guys, it's not necessarily the person that wins the most. It could be someone that's normally at the back or something. Then for a couple of races or even a single race, he just manages to get those few positions, put in a great performance for himself, and you know that's more of what we're looking for. So, although yeah, the best PC gamers, maybe we haven't phrased it right correctly or whatever.
Yeah, I think you're right
there. Yes, there's someone that's really stood out for everyone, for the CODs and mods and everyone, has been the best for the week or fortnight or whatever.
A bit like the old sausage in a jar, if you remember that. I'm not going to have a sausage in a jar in my flat. I refuse. They showed me that thing when I went up there. They were quite proud of it. I was shocked. It looked horrendous. But yeah, just a good performance. Doing well. So hopefully, hopefully you'll never win it, Alex. I spend enough time staring at the back of your car.
Probably won't happen again. Just a lucky month or a couple of months.
Right.
Lucky couple of months.
Okay, right. We should move on. We've got about 3 pages here to get through. Just a quick shout out to our sponsors, GT Mega Racing. They've got a new rig out this month, which is priced around £260. It looks rather nice, very adjustable, brilliant build quality as usual with all of their products, so it's worth having a look on their site. And also thumbs up to Sim News Daily, who keep us abreast with all our news, which is quite handy. Right, and now we'll get on to something about some of the leagues. Now, we've kind of knocked it up today. I'm sure there's little bits we've missed, but we kind of want to get a bit of a discussion going, and anything that, if we're sent a good question, we'll address it on the next show. I think that's the best way of doing it. So next week, Codemasters are going to announce a video for F1 2012. Well, they're going to show the video, and possibly Grid 2. I saw a few tweets about what was it, the 8th of the 8th, with the Grid logo with a 2 on it. So hopefully, Codemasters should have quite a busy week. And now on to F1 and on to our F1 leagues. First of all, the big issue is the vote on traction control in Tier 3 that we're having at the moment. We've asked all the members, or the F1 Supermods have asked the members for them to vote what should happen, whether traction control should stay in Tier 3 or be disabled only to Tier 4. This is because we want to hear your views on the matter. Because obviously all the things we make, we take into everyone into consideration, but sometimes a hard decision has to be made that may not affect everyone. But if we can get you guys to give us your opinion, then no one can feel like they've missed out if they haven't said. But it's whether or not we should keep traction in Tier 3 or whether we should disable it. Now we've got a few different suggestions on the cards. One was to disable it in Tier 3. The other one was to split the leagues or the tiers out, so we've ended up with like 5 tiers. And the other one was to keep it as it is. So if you've got something you want to say on it, jump over to the F1 paddock where there's a vote and get involved with the discussion. And all the mods and the admins are happy. They'll you'll chat away and discuss your points, and yeah, we'll see what the community decides. We've also got the stewards panels have changed slightly. We've asked people not to post in there if they're not involved in the incident. This is purely to help the admins and the mods out who are making the decisions. For some, I can kind of understand why if you're in the stewards panel you feel like someone's called you out for your driving, but sometimes it can be an issue that isn't, somebody just wants clarifying or they want us to have a look at it. We try and look at things fairly. There's an awful lot of discussion goes involved. Generally not all of us will have the same point of view. Some of us will, some won't. But what's that?
Nash is asking if you can stream at a lower bitrate. The stream's freezing a bit.
Okay, yeah, I'll stop it for a sec, and we'll come back. We are live again. I've just knocked the bitrate down, so hopefully the picture's a bit better. Sorry about that. It's all part of the learning process.
Everything we do, console itself, there's always some technical glitch. So hopefully that's out of the way now, and we can focus on getting through all this.
So let's pass over to one of you guys. Who wants to take us through who's where in all the F1 leagues, or the top F1 leagues?
I'll do that.
That's easy, it's written down for me.
It is. I wrote it down though. For the Xbox 360 leagues, we've got in F1 Noble 2909 leading with 291 points. We've got Rich C with 230 points. In F3 we've got F1 X Cricky 22 with 187 points. On the PS3 side, we've got Aero Cobra in F1 with 272 points. In GP2, we've got Elite MRX with 174 points. In F3, we've got Deciety, I believe that is, with 241 points. On the PC, we've got Jerome Weekwell, if that's how you say it, with 242 points. There is Singapore coming up at 8 today, and Onage Jerome is the favourite. In GP2, we've got Hardnutter on 154 points. Apparently GP2 has been put on hold due to the numbers, but Hardnutter is leading until it continues.
Just so I'd get that in there. Just so everyone's clear. Don't want to miss out any facts.
Yeah, so the leagues are all up to, some of them have done Singapore and some of them are just coming up to it tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, I think the F1 leagues are tonight, and they'll be moving on. Not sure what comes after Singapore, but do something like that.
So, I can't remember now.
Too long ago. Yeah, Noble dominating the F1 on the Xbox side, I believe. So that's quite nice for him anyway. I'm not too sure about the PS3 side, but I think those are names that you'd expect to be up there.
From what I've heard, yes. We're actually seeing some of the PS3 footage at the moment. I was supposed to flip this over a bit quicker. I kind of left it on the other one. But here's one of their races. This is their season so far video. So it's got bits of action from all sorts that their aero team have been doing. There's quite a few of them. But yeah, they've been fighting hard between themselves, and it looks like Cobra's come out on top at the moment. With the team aspect, this is something that we've got quite new for Apex Racing League, in which we've noticed a lot of people like to sort of play together in a team. For instance, Aiden has been my teammate for the last few seasons. He is awful. He's crashed into me driving out the pit lane in F1. He's taken me out in iRacing, going up Eau Rouge. I don't know why, but for some reason the comedy aspect is worth it. But we've noticed there are these little teams that are coming together, and we want to allow, like, encourage that, allow you to do all the setups.
What word was that?
The setup sharing. Sorry. See, this is why they always did theirs recorded, so they could edit all the little bits out, and encourage setup sharing and also racing together. And we've noticed there's been a few teams now. This video's the United Racing Team's intro video. Now, United Racing, this was kind of what we used as a trial to see whether it would work, and all the guys that are in this video all kind of worked together and shared their setups. And it's evolved now, and there's a lot more competing teams, and it's good to see that. I mean, Hardnutter, tell us a bit about your team. Who's in it? And what?
Squadra. I don't know how to pronounce the second name, but we'll call it Squadra because that's what it is. Basically, it basically translates as setup team.
Right.
So yeah, we just help each other out with setups and stuff for all the PC side. I don't think any of the guys really do any of the console side, so it's the PC. Willow Bob, A Hero, myself, Bastian, Bergsma. There's a few other guys, but that's basically it. But yeah, it's going quite well. I don't know if any of you guys have checked out the setup for last season's iRacing, but we didn't do too bad in the rookie stuff. Podium lockouts and stuff like that. Yeah, not going too bad.
What we've got now as well is the Apex Racing League. We've kind of sort of commissioned a team, and what we've looked at is quite a few of the guys of the Apex Racing League have been console gamers for years, and they've wanted that more simulation-based aspect to their gaming. And iRacing has the Drivers' World Championship, which just to get there you've got to have a pro license, or is it a world class license? I'm not sure.
Do I tell them what you have to do?
Yeah, go for it. I don't know. It's too hard for me. I'll never do it.
That's the team principle right there, by the way. Basically, the team has to get a 4.99 safety rating, which is the maximum. This is for individual drivers, sorry, which is the maximum safety rating you can get. I believe you need to finish in the top 10 of the pro season to get a drivers' championship seat. And yeah, basically from there, it sounds simple, but it's not, because of what you're coming up against. You have to do certain races at certain times to get the right strength of field, which gives you better points overall, because the championship points aren't simply done on positions. It's done on who's racing in the race, like how good the strength of field is. And yeah, AC has his first race tonight.
There's Sam racing tonight as well.
I think all of them might be.
Yeah, and also we've got Noble and Trace, who's Harry and Jody. And here's the video now, so we're just going to let this play just to show you what their little promo video. So that was the Apex Racing UK promo video. Basically, it's to show that most of these racers were console gamers, and now they've taken to iRacing. And for them to get there, they're going to have to work as a team to get the setups, and it's going to be really hard work for them. So hopefully we're going to be... Alex has got his first race with Sam and a few others tonight. To see how they go. They're looking at doing this for 2013. But we've got a few sponsors on board with GT Omega Racing and Kimmy's Rural Fencing, and hopefully we may have one or two others more. And Alex is going to be pushing hard and leading the team, hopefully to success.
Obviously, these guys are doing it on the roadside, but there's also, just to kind of give you guys that maybe don't know so much about iRacing have like a little bit about it. On the oval side, there's Dale Earnhardt Jr., like the third ranked highest guy in iRacing on the oval side, and that's kind of the level that they're competing with. So obviously he's a proper NASCAR driver, and the guys on the road side spend hours and hours each day to get fractions of a tenth. So these guys have got a real challenge in front of them.
With
To see what they can really do.
With the F1 car as well, it's the most... well, I have never driven an F1 car. No one would let me near one of those things. But it felt to me as the most realistic F1 simulation I've ever played. Each mistake I made, I knew why I made it. It's such a challenge, and the video we got at the moment is mid-Ohio, and I was doing some laps with them the other day. I managed to get within 6 seconds of Alex and Sam, and I felt good. And they've picked it up so easily. Just as we say that, you see me spinning off in the IndyCar. Just like to thank Nash for putting that in that replay video. But do you guys want to chat a little bit more about iRacing and how it's going?
I was just going to say about the Drivers' World Championship and stuff. To put it in perspective, you can win money out of it. It's not like a simple thing, you know.
Is it $10,000 is the top prize?
$10,000 top prize. So, you know, that is not just pennies. If you do well, you get rewarded for it, and all the top drivers have sponsorship and stuff, so they get the right gear. And it's a lot bigger for a sim racing game than you'd expect.
Yeah, obviously the costs are quite high, but the reward you can get from it, because you know, when you hook a lap up, it really does feel rewarding just to know that you've nailed each corner. It takes so much dedication to do. So I want to give a big congratulations out, because I'm sure these guys are going to do very well, building their iRacing up and challenging for the championship.
So obviously, with iRacing having a 12-week schedule, we've started our iRacing leagues this week. What have we got going on? What can the community get involved in? And what do we have lined up for the next few months?
We have the iRacing Camping World Truck Series, which is in the Chevy Silverado on the oval side. For the road side, we have the IndyCar Championship, and we also have an Endurance League. Which, how often does that run again, Darren?
That's going to be once a month. It's 6 big events. So we're going to have a Daytona 500. I mean, these endurance races are going to last over 2 hours to maybe 4 hours in the oval. I've done one of these before. I did 2 of these in 1 week. There are concentration required on these epically long races, but it's all part of the fun.
We've also got the V8 Supercar Championship, which I believe you're seeing on the screen now. That is a good fun championship, runs on Saturday mornings, so the Australians can run as well. I think we've had a few who actually race V8s in real life, like racing with us. And there's people from the V8 online series that come as well. We've also got on, as a side team, we've got the Star Mazda team, which races in the strength field races, and you can go in there, grab setups. All the leagues act as teams now, so everyone will be sharing setups with each other afterwards. You know, obviously they're not going to give them before the races and stuff. But that's pretty much all the leagues we have going.
Right.
I just want to... Sorry, Darren. Just want to give a quick shout out to Martin Noble and Kimmy's Real Fence, and they're putting up about $100 or pounds or something as a kind of like a prize for the championship there. So I just that out for those guys.
Fair play. I know Mark enjoys his racing, and he's also sponsoring the Apex Racing UK team. So you'll see these logos on the car. But a keen motorsport fan and sim racing fan, so that's good. I'm going to run through the winners now, even though I feel I've chatted more than everybody else. The only reason being is the winners from Season 2. The Rookie Road and Oval was won by Alex Harding. So it just sounds stupid if you announced it. The IndyCar was won by Alex Simpson. He beat Sam Kumo by 4 points in the end, and it all came down to the last race. Alex and Sam are obviously teammates now, but they were massive competitors last year. The trucks was Kenville Innes won the trucks with Alex Simpson in second place. And the V8s was won. We had a England versus Aussie championship, and it was won by an American, Chris Lucky.
Which is typical.
So obviously, have a look on the forum, see what's going on, and get involved. It's a good time to move on to Race 07 since the video's just moved. So how about you tell us about the Race 07 Hard Nutter and how it went last night?
Yeah, got the Race 07 Championship, Touring Car Championship. 6 rounds over every fortnight on a Saturday. And obviously the first race was last night. Brazil.
Footage is on the screen.
Pronounce the track, so I can't pronounce the track, so I'll just say Brazil. And it's basically 2 races. One's a stand-and start, one's a roll-and start. The pole position, qualifying, stuff like that. And obviously for the second round, we've got a weight penalty as well. We had a few issues with it last night, but I'm sure we'll get it ironed out for round 2. And I don't want to say who won it. So the runner-up was Steve. So like generally for both races, and Hikes, something like that, was third with the Honda's Peugeot and Alpha in the Constructors' Championship. Got that running kind of side by side.
However, Team Honda are winning the Team Constructors, and I'm pleased to say that I got a podium yesterday. Alex won both the races, if you couldn't guess. To be fair, mate, I've got to say, brilliant performance. Didn't see you make any mistakes, and you're one of the quickest throughout the whole of the practice. So congratulations, and hopefully at the next track I can beat you.
So that'll happen.
At the
Gotta make a
moment,
mistake
though,
sometime.
got the onboard of. I had the first race. I was in 4th place going into the last corner. Mess up, dropped to 6th, and I managed to fight it back to 5th, as you can see here with this Alpha over up to the line. But Race 07, I have to admit, it's such a fun game to play. We've got a server up now, so you can jump in and practice when it's up. It's really cheap on Steam. Any steering wheel that works on the PS3 on the PC will work, and it doesn't require a hefty PC, so you can jump in, and the touring car racing has been exceptional. It's really close. You can get away with a little bit of rubbing. It's been better than I expected. And where are we now? Next, the Hockenheim.
Yeah, Hockenheim, the F1 track, not the extended, like the pre-2001 years track, current one, which is quite dicey. Obviously there's quite a lot of runoffs, but it's all icy, but I won't get too much into that, but yeah, should be a good race.
Okay, right, if we move on to...
Forza.
Yes. Hang on, that's a little bit loud. At the moment we've got an onboard lap of FizzyFan91. Sure you're aware he was our F1 chief admin. He's currently away at the moment, but hopefully he'll be back soon. So I found this video earlier. Thought, let's show this off. Hopefully, when he's back, or even if he's back home for a bit, we can grab him for a conversation and see how everything's going with him. He can tell us what he's been up to. But Forza at the moment, we've got the DTM going on. We are looking for more Forza team members. So if you want to get involved with the Forza team, send me a PM. And we'll look to see what else we can get going. Because I think they've had Clios so far, had some American Le Mans series, and then odd sort of race nights and bits and pieces. But Forza is still alive. There is a championship going on it, so if you do want to get involved in the coordination and you want to keep running a championship, or even if you've got a championship that you want to pitch to us. If it's good and if it's well thought out, we'll allow you to go ahead and run it, and then if it's successful, it will be turned into an official championship. So that's a great incentive. Now, we've got the GT5. I have to admit, I've just had a massive realisation that I know nothing about GT5. What do you know?
Done like 10 laps.
I'm going to be honest, not a lot either.
Hang on.
Got the Volkswagen Golf's championship. Not sure how that's going, but
I think we may have some footage. I've got some of their karting footage, and also the VW. Basically, each week, for some reason it keeps showing me Fizzy's vid. Oh no, he's put it at the end. Here we go. Here's some of the karting footage. So each week the guys make a commentary video. Brilliant work. Great to see how the guys are getting on in the league. So keep an eye on those. They're always published in the blog section, I believe, as well as on the forum. So they've got a few championships running at the moment. There was talk of another championship, or oh no, they've got a World Tour at the moment. I've been told, where they're doing like quite a few different races.
yeah, there's a Aussie Enduro championship going on at the moment. I was having a chat with Nobby the other day. I think
Yeah.
I'll take that up for Wednesday mornings. I think it is 11 AM UK time, so
I've
don't be
never.
afraid to sign up for that.
I have to admit, I've never played Gran Turismo 5, but I do like these videos, and that karting looks fun.
Yeah, the force feedback and everything works really great. I got the G27. It was really quite nice, actually.
Have you got GT5, Aidan?
Not at the moment. I did, but I needed some money.
Fair enough.
But I did enjoy it when I played it. The karting was good fun.
Well, this is a call out to the GT5 guys. Who wants to join us next week and chat about what's happening in your league? Obviously, at the moment, on this pilot thing, we've put it together bit bit sort of rushed. But what we do want is someone to come forward and chat about what's going on their platform, so we can get all the games fairly represented. I feel we've given GT5 a little bit of an injustice here tonight. Right now, to chat about FIFA, I'm going to call Murdoch, who is the FIFA coordinator, moderator. Oh, he's a moderator. He's the sort of the chief FIFA guy on the 360. So he's going to join us and tell us about some of the new leagues he's got running. So bear with me. This is part of doing a live show. This is a bit you can't rehearse. Is he actually going to be at his computer? So what I'll do is I'll flip the footage so you can watch a bit of. This is a match between Blake and El Diablo Guapo, I think is you pronounce his name.
El Diablo Guapo.
Yep. So let's call Liam and he can chat about what's going on. Let's bring in. Hello, Liam. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
How are you, Liam?
Yeah, not too bad. I was a little bit offended that you don't even know what I do. Not a great introduction there.
Oh, you've actually been watching?
Well, yeah, little bits of it.
Well, we've thrown it together last minute, so we've called you in. Tell us what's happening in FIFA. What new championships have you got going on?
Yeah, on the X360 side, we've got the official ARL Team Play League starting up soon. It should be in the last week of sign up at the minute, so not got too long to sign up.
What's sort of unique about that league?
Well, instead of playing by yourself, you'll be in a team, so you'll have, at the moment, it's up to 5 people in one team playing against each other.
Okay, so there's quite a bit of team play involved, and
so yeah, it's our first time running it, so hoping it should be a success. But we've done a little trial on it before, and it's run rather well. So hopefully it runs pretty smoothly. At the moment, it's looking pretty good. We've got quite a lot of sign-ups.
Sorry, I've just been clicking with the video and I broke it. Oh, good. So what other football-related leagues do you have?
We've got the Sun Dream team at the moment.
Right.
Which it's not been a great deal of sign-ups at the minute. There's only 8. Last season we had about 50.
Right.
And
fantasy football, I guess.
yeah, that's right. You sign up with the Sun. I think it's dreamteamfc.co.uk.
Yep.
UK. It's under web-based browsing.
Right. So everyone who's watching this who likes football, go and get involved in the league. I'll probably put a team in, and I'm terrible at these things. So there'll be something else
prizes as well for the top 3.
Right.
Premium membership for the winner, 2 for second, I believe, and 1 for third.
Ah, brilliant. So you can get yourself a premium membership and then basically free tokens into the prize draw to win a rig.
Hey.
So, is there anything else you want to say? I know it's a little bit short, but you've been out all day, from what I hear.
Hi, Mum. Not that I know of. I don't know. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say?
No, I'm just part of being
Well,
Podfast. Obviously, we want to try and get as many people involved in these, so we're looking at trying to do a few Skype chats with people. If someone does have something they want to chat about, let us know and we'll call you in next week. Thanks for that, though, Liam. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Alright, see you later.
See ya. Yeah, I can remember what you did. Okay, we've kind of covered all the games that we want to do. Now, in about 15 minutes, we're going to probably go offline. Just to get ready for Alex's strength of field race, because I've got a few things I need to sort out on my computer to get that up and running. But at 6:15 we will be broadcasting that live, so if you aren't doing anything, please sit around. We've got, as I said, our best commentary team, or one of the best. We've got quite a few now. So there'll be some action to see what's going on. We can move all the camera angles around, ride with different people. So again, if you want to see something, tweet the account and we'll see if we can do that. But we asked on the forum if we could get a few questions from the community, and there was a few posted. So, first one, does someone else want to read them out and then I'll answer them?
Yeah, I'll go for that. First question: is there a possibility of expanding to say another game, possibly even genre of game? You clearly focus on racing, but also the football suggests there might be a chance.
Well, the answer is yes, if there's demand for a game. What I don't want to do with the Apex Racing League is suddenly try and cater for every single game and do a bad job at them. Prefer to cater for a few ones that we know are popular. I'd never say never. I'm quite open to the idea, but it does depend on how can we do it better than other people, or if there's loads of you that want to play a game, there's loads of forums there. Let us know. We'll create you a forum and give it a go. And we're always quite a lot of the leagues, like FIFA started out as well. Actually, I don't know whether that was unofficial first, but there's been quite a few leagues that have started out just unofficial, and we've seen that they're good, and we're like, look, we want you to get involved and want you to keep running it. But I'd always like, one thing that's important is that the Apex Racing League was always created to try and find somewhere to race clean and fair online. And I think most people will agree that like most of our races are a lot better than what you would find elsewhere. So I'd always like racing games to be core, because we've chatted before about encompassing all games, and I'd like to keep the racing aspect. And I mean, most of you here are all motorsport fans. I think that's something that's always been good to bind you all together.
Next question.
Yeah, go for it. It's quite a wordy one, but
yeah, I'm gonna shorten this down.
Yep.
Because it's pretty simple. Basically, was it last season we said when the new game came out before that we were going to try and live stream and stuff like that with 2 spots as the live stream and the commentator. Obviously that wasn't possible, but with the new game coming out soon, do you think if the cameras are better and all that, there's a chance of bringing that back?
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see both, or as many of the leagues live streamed as possible, because I like watching them back and seeing me on camera, seeing how I've done. Obviously, the replay cameras weren't very good last year. We're going to have to see the game before we can make that call. If we can make something decent that isn't too complicated and that you guys can do, and if you want to get a commentator and etc. in there, we can promote them. And we've got quite a few live stream channels, and we can get it on one of them. That's not a problem. It can all go through the site. It's just a case of whether it's worth it. And I think when we saw what we were getting from the replay cameras, it wasn't great. To be honest, it should be more of a shout out to Codemasters to give us these tools. And it's part of the reason why you'll see we've managed to put quite a few iRacing videos out in such a short space of time, because we can do it live, we can move all the cameras, watch our own replays, fast forward, rewinds.
Build custom cameras.
Yep, our own custom cameras. It's just such
overlays.
Yep, the overlay as well. It's so brilliant, the system that we've got, and that's kind of why you'll notice that Alex and Woody have been doing some of the iRacing stuff now rather than F1, because it's easier, and with Alex spending so much time practicing, I mean, he's got a mammoth challenge if he wants to compete in the DWC. Yeah, I think it's easier for him to do that than try and sort out some of the F1 videos at times. But if he can do them, I'm sure he will, because I think he likes doing them. And some of the results that we've been getting have been brilliant. So we'll see when the game's released.
Yeah.
And last not least, the question that we've asked everybody on Twitter: which driver do you think will win the real life F1 season? So come on, Aidan.
User joined your
I want Hamilton to win.
Oh.
To annoy you, Darren.
I think we might have a guest.
We do.
Hi, Alex. How are you? We're just talking about you.
I'm very good. I'm sorry to have gate crashed the pie.
That's okay. I thought I'd turn those sounds off.
Oh, well, there you go.
How's practice going?
Yeah, good. I just thought I'd pop in here actually and see how the first podcast was going.
Yeah, well, we've had a few mistakes. We didn't really know much about GT5. But no, it's going alright. I'm hoping I can get either Pilkey and Dange next week, even if I have to call them, and see if we can get one of them in here.
Cool.
And even Clayton.
I'm just going to do a bit of a request here to our team manager for him to join us for the race, just to spot us.
Yes, that can be done.
Thank you, Mr. Hanlon.
Thank you. I will. I forgot I was team manager, but well.
Yeah. Alright, cheers guys. I'll catch you after the race.
Alright, best of luck, and
Sounds
we'll be
good.
watching.
Cheers.
User left your channel.
The team manager coming to you, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, I just stitched you up there. Hope you didn't have anything planned.
No, I don't.
Yeah, which driver do you think will win the real life F1 season? So, Aidan. who do
I
you
said
think?
Hamilton just to annoy you.
Said Hamilton. Everyone seems to think I don't like Hamilton. I don't mind him. I just think it's funny when he crashes, and everyone instantly is going to cause an outrage, isn't it? Fanboys will be fanboys, and F1 fanboys, I swear, are some of the worst.
Trolls.
Yeah, but no, I like to see Hamilton do well. I prefer to see him do well than not as well. I mean, last season was hilarious. Like, you can't deny that. I swear that was scripted. The amount of times him and Massa crashed.
It was ridiculous.
Waiting for Twitter to go down.
Right.
Waiting for fanboys.
So Blake Tovey has said Alonso. Noble has tweeted in with Kimi. Ace Meister Alonso. Fizzy fan. Alonso with Kimi coming close. Raz has gone with Hamilton. What about you, Hard Nutter? Please don't say Massa.
Well, you never know.
Hey, he's not going to do it. Is he not like mathematically out of it by now?
Well, there might be a big point difference, but you can't count out the talent that is Felipe Massa.
Talent? Alright.
With though, in all seriousness, it's got to be Alfonso Alonso. Who else could it be?
I think it's either got to be Alonso or Raikkonen, because I see those updates going on the Lotus, making that go well. He's looking good, and Alonso's just been in the form of his life this year. I think he's done really well with a car that wasn't the best at the start, but hopefully it will remain close and it'll go down to the wire. With, I mean, imagine how many people could possibly win it. Because it's only like, if Alonso doesn't finish in the next two races, that's 50 points he could have lost. Like, it could be potentially like a 5-way, 6-way battle for the title, which I think is going to be immense.
Just looking forward to see what they do at McLaren with who they push for the title. Because I know some fanboys and stuff aren't going to like it, but it is looking like Button is kind of becoming out of it now, so they're going to have to start focusing on Hamilton over the next kind of like 3 or 4 races, and that could change everything. Obviously it's worked for Ferrari kind of, with them just focusing on one driver, trying to make him do the best in each race, then using Massa as a back marker, so to speak, although his skill hasn't come through quite as well as is expected, trying to take points away from the other drivers. But if Button does concede to being that second driver, then we know he can get podium finishes and really take away points from all the competitors.
It's looking good though for the thing. I can't discount Red Bull either.
Although I'm sure quite a lot of people are, and they've had quite a lot of technical issues and stuff like that, they are still in it.
Yeah.
Although maybe their pace isn't so great in the race, they weren't actually too bad at Hungary. Their lap times were pretty quick, and I think Mark Webber might have got the fastest lap. Not 100% sure, but he did get one quite near the end. I don't know if it stood out to the end, but they've definitely got some pace at least.
Cool. Well, we'll have to see what happens after the season break.
Yeah, obviously that's 31st of this month is first practice at Spa.
Yeah. Alright then, guys. Well, I think we're going to have to go off air now to get ready for the Alex's race. So, have you guys got anything else you want to add?
Gonna say make sure to stick around for the race. Watch Epic's Racing UK in their debut, basically.
Yeah, it'd be good to see how Alex goes. We will put this up on YouTube and Twitch. Well, yeah, it will be up on both anyway, as will the race. So even if you are racing tonight and you can't see it, and you do want to have a quick flick through and see how Alex does, have a look. It's in the F1 car around mid-Ohio. Quite a few crests around the back of the track and a lot of opportunity for the car to go loose on you. So it'll be interesting to see how the drivers do. And I think Alex was saying something like all the lap times in qualifying are all sort of within a second of each other, aren't they? It's so competitive.
Yeah, it's very, very close.
Okay, well, thanks for listening, and yeah, we'll do another one of these, and we'll make it better. As with everything we do.
Obviously, if you guys have got any kind of advice or anything, areas that you think we could do better at, just post it on the forums or Twitter or anything like that.
Or if you want to get
and
involved.
Incorporate it in.
If you think you want to do something and help us out, send me a PM. Let's see what we can come up with. Or if you can help us out with the graphics, because that would be quite a good one, because I haven't found someone to do that yet. So if you're quite good with making videos, let us know. Alright then, well I'm going to play the Apex Racing League advert, and then we'll be back in about 10 minutes for Alex's race. So thanks all for listening, and thanks Aidan and Alex for being up here. And we'll see who we can find next week.
And be sure to stick around.
Yes.
For Alex's race.
Okay, thanks guys.
Microphone muted.
Go out, we will be racing here in Monte Carlo. Look, but never stare. And we're away. And it looks like a good start by Pilkey. And Bachelor Dad looking for a way through. The Ferrari of Ant Warrior in second place. He's lagging all over the track there.